Welcome to Children's Arena in downtown Oshawa. Today we've got a contest between the Oshawa Outlaws and the Toronto Monarchs. The Monarchs currently sitting third in the East with a 6-2 record. Right above them, the Oshawa Outlaws second in the East, 6-2 record as well. The Outlaws, however, are coming off of a loss, while the Monarchs are riding a 3-game winning streak. They've met once this season, December 30th. An Outlaws win, 12-7 was the score, and we are underway here in Oshawa. I'm Dan Malta on the call as the draw is scrambled right towards the boards on the blue turf here at Children's Arena, and the Outlaws pull the ball out of traffic and quickly get things started. Setting up right at center floor, getting some changes in, the offense stepping on, and they're looking to set things up. A good energy to start this one between two of the stronger teams in the ALL East, the Outlaws. Drive the ball to the outside, shot stopped by Jackson Brown in between the pipes. He sends the ball up the floor. John St. John now, leading scorer on the Outlaws, sends it through the seam, drives to the net. They're just going to hold on to this one, into the slot. Sending it back down low are the Outlaws, right in front of chance. Big save there from Andrew Kidd. Ball picked up now by Parker Pfeiffer, leading all scoring in the ALL, 57 points. Here's Williams. Dishes it off. Shot saved by Jackson Brown. Been busy early. Battle now in the corner as the ball is picked up by the by the Monarchs. And possession will be sent the other way. Nick Webb sends the ball up the floor. Riley Simpson dishes it. Now the Outlaws working down low. McNulty steps out the top of the house and walked across. A pass through the seam picked up by St. John. Back pass to the net. Another back pass, but no shot attempt there. There they get one off. Rebound bouncing up the floor, and now driving the other way is Matt Hodgins. Hodgins winds up, fires, saved by Brown. Rebound picked up by the Outlaws. That's Mandeville. Sent through. Gilmore holds the ball, fires it back towards his own bench. Work down low. Outlaws looking to set something up. That one right through the seam and all the way back to center, but held in. Sent in deep by Andrioli. A lot of pressure now on Lazajkowicz. They'll just chuck it down and let the shot clock run out. Parker sends the ball ahead. It's Patrick Thompson carrying it down low, swatted off of his stick. Now the bouncing ball rolls into the slot. Picked up by the Outlaws. They'll send it deep into the corner. That ball goes up and out of play. Possession awarded to the Outlaws. Long pass. The ball is worked across center. McNulty grabs it in the corner. Drives and pulls back. Eventually sends the ball back to center as it's sent across the floor. Hard shot buzzes wide, and that's going to bounce all the way back to center where the Monarchs will pick it up and then launch it down. Pfeiffer in all alone. He's got an opportunity, holds up, fakes, and shoots that one just wide. Bouncing ball goes into the corner. Some physicality from both teams as the ball is bouncing in front of the Outlaws bench. Grabbed by the Monarchs. They get a full shot clock to work with here in the offensive zone. Ball squirts loose. Pfeiffer grabs it, launches a pass down low, and that was Dance on the opportunity there. Coming off of a great performance against the Peterborough Timbermen last weekend. Pfeiffer into the seam. Working are the Monarchs. Right into the middle, and they score. Henry Follows opens the scoring in this one at the 11:18 mark, 11:18 remaining in the first quarter. The Monarchs are on the board. Take a look at the replays. It was Pfeiffer sending it down low, and just working it through into traffic was Follows. Quick shot. Gets the Monarchs into the action. Draw scrambled, bouncing into the Monarch zone. Still bouncing. Kidd letting Walker know he's got some time to work with. Now it's Follows. Looking to keep the momentum going after opening the scoring. Over and back called as Thompson leaves the ball. And a penalty called against the Monarchs as well. First chance on the power play for the Oshawa Outlaws. St. John sends the ball up to Gilmore. Laskowicz into the slot. Shot saved by Kidd. We'll cover that one up. Leave the ball for Cromer. Cromer, long pass, heads off the floor, finds Jordan Dance. Dance, he's just going to use the space on the floor, switches directions a couple of times, and doing a great job of killing off the clock. Shoots one off of a helmet, I believe, and wide. Possession is going to go to the Outlaws, however. A minute 30 to go in the power play for the Outlaws. Laskowicz to Gilmore. Down low to St. John. Work back to Gilmore. Up to the top of the house now. Gilmore through the seam. That pass misses. Scooped up by Adam Cromer. Cromer, the bounce pass. Looking for the ball there. They can't find it. The Outlaws have a chance now to capitalize. That shot saved by Kidd. Off the shoulder, up and out of play. Fresh 30. And possession in the offensive zone for the Outlaws. Still a minute 5 on the power play. Worked up top, St. John, back pass to Gilmore, quick give and go. St. John looking for another outlet, bounces past McNulty and grabbed by Gilmore. Right into the seam, Cromer shuts that chance down, and back the other way goes Thompson. Swim move, drives, ball bounces loose, and back the other way come the Outlaws. Still time to work with to set things up on the power play. It's McNulty holding from the corner, waiting for reinforcements. St. John, back pass to McNulty. He cuts into the middle, gives it right back. Another back pass. McNulty loses that ball, sends it to the top of the house. And St. John through the seam. Back to McNulty. Quick stick. They score. Jeff McNulty ties this one up on the power play. Great ball movement there from the Outlaws. It looked like they might run out of time. St. John sends it through the seam, and they get back across. And right there at the side of the net is Jeff McNulty, all tied up at once. Ball nearly scooped up clean by Heidecker on the draw, but coming out with possession are the Outlaws. Played at center. Tristan Rogers dishes it, gets it right back, but that ball misses the mark. St. John, first on the ball in the corner. Possession evades him, and now it's Kidd. Looks up floor, elects just to dish it off to Julian Gay. Gay scoops the ball to Williams. Williams dishes and drives. Pfeiffer through. There's a shot from Buck, saved by Jackson Brown. Driving now are the Outlaws. Heidecker, Andrioli. That shot blocked. Up top for St. John. Bumps off a check and sends it through. And we've got a whistle called behind the play. I believe there is a penalty coming up. Just got to wait to see who's going to be heading into the box. It's going to be Riley Simpson serving 2 or less for the Outlaws. As Jordan Dance carries the Monarchs into their first power play. Dance at the top of the house, dishes it off for Pfeiffer. He works it back down low. Pfeiffer inching in, as is Dance. He winds up and scores. Another power play goal. This one a little bit earlier into it for the Toronto Monarchs. Jordan Dance was on the score sheet a ton of times in Millbrook last weekend. Scramble ball all the way deep into the Monarch zone. The Outlaws relentlessly pestering the Monarchs, trying to set that one loose and get something going. Now they do so. Josh DeGurry dishes, heads off for a change. And the offensive unit steps on for the Outlaws. St. John walks the ball in, dishes to McNulty in his spot in the corner. They cycle off one another, pick from St. John, shot from up top. And Simmons, Alex Simmons, gets another one for the Outlaws. Punch and counterpunch early between the Oshawa Outlaws and Toronto Monarchs. It's third versus second in the East. Few players swarming up right in front of the benches. It's picked up by the Monarchs. They got another chance. Andrioli saved by Kidd with the right pad. Rebound scooped up by Cromer. He floats one up for Gay. Beaten off that ball by Andrioli. Ben McDonald. Bounce pass back into the neutral zone. And now worked in deep by the Outlaws. St. John, he'll just drive this one, shoots and scores. Great momentum builder there for the Oshawa Outlaws. They just jumped right back on it. St. John didn't even consider setting up. He just dropped his shoulder, created some space, and fired that one through right off the draw, as we see right here. Ball bouncing around into the corner, and then it's... Well, this was the scramble at the start of the possession, actually. The Outlaws came out with it. And you can see a lot of that solid effort from the Outlaws as we return to live action here. Pfeiffer works across, it's Follows. Follows open the scoring in today's action. Dance looking for a lane, sends it through to Pfeiffer just out of his reach, and back the other way come the Outlaws. Strocher kicks the ball back and drives in, creating some space. McNulty through the seam. Kick save from Kidd, has to be quick on that reaction, as Alex Simmons shot from the side of the net. Pick up action momentarily here in Oshawa. (3-2) is the score as the Oshawa Outlaws lead the Toronto Monarchs here at Children's Arena. Set up with a fresh clock, offensive zone possession. St. John dishes it up to the top of the house, work down into the corner. Stepping out with the ball, finding McNulty. McNulty fires that one through to the seam, but it gets chopped off. Now a chance in front for Simmons. Impressive that he was able to get that shot off. Now working in behind the net. Shot from an off angle. What a goal from Josh Gilray. working down on his strong side, switches the angle on this shot. See it bring it up over his head. That went right behind Andrew Kidd. Possession awarded to the Outlaws right off the draw. McDonald works it back, heads off the floor as Tristan Rogers dishes it to Gilmore. Gilmore brings it up top and sends it across as the attack moves over and they score. Simmons, his second of the game, makes it 5-2 Outlaws. Momentum continues to swing for the home team here in Oshawa. And once again, just walking into that was Alex Simmons. From a good distance away, he beats Andrew Kidd. The Monarchs pick up the ball off the draw. Get a couple changes in, and now driving the other way is Tanner Buck. Works it down strong side, rolls it up top. Williams holds near the boards, works the ball into the corner. Trying to find a lane through. He does, but that one bounces off the stick of Ben Heidecker. Heidecker getting worked over in the corner. And we got an injury on the floor as well, but he's going to make it off. Here come the Outlaws. Andrioli dishes to St. John. Winds, fires, saved by Kidd. Loose ball, raced onto by Eklund. He's got speed to burn as he drives the ball up the floor. Pushes the defense back and awaits some support. Back up top to Follows. Waits for a pick. Drives down strong side into the corner. Now Jordan Dance sends it through. Just holding are the Outlaws, spinning off of a check right there. And eventually, they get that one into the back of the net. That's Joel Taylor. Spinning off a check there and just seeing space and working with it. A few fakes and dropped the goalie, Jackson Brown, and made the move. The Monarchs work back to within 2. Great pace to this game in Oshawa. Heidecker scoops the ball out of the draw. Immediately pinned up against the boards by a couple of Outlaws. We'll reset here. Possession given to the Outlaws. Andrioli now sends it across as the offensive unit steps onto the floor. McNulty working out of the corner. Awaits St. John. St. John back up top. Looking for a lane now as everything's moving around in the offensive zone. Lejskowicz gives up the ball, and a power play coming up here for the Oshawa Outlaws. They've been successful twice. Heading to the box is Campbell Parker for the Monarchs. McNulty works a give and go with Gilmore. Up top it goes. Walking out, McNulty from the side of the net. Sticks that one home. Got a quick pass and made no mistake the second time he scored from that exact spot. Great pass there, and the ball in his possession for maybe a fraction of a second before the Outlaws are back on the board 6-3 as they're doubling up the Monarchs. Outlaws get possession off the false start. Chance immediately saved by Kidd. As Rogers spinning in and getting that shot off. Gay accosted as he drives the ball ahead, decides just to shoot, and is that one going to sneak past? No, just picked up on the line. Great defensive effort from the Outlaws. Nolan sends the ball off and heads off the floor. Three minutes to go in the first quarter. St. John. Bounce pass in front for McNulty, scores. Great patience from Jeff McNulty just to let the ball bounce to him. He didn't go to the ball, he just waited for it to bounce right into his stick, and he had some time right in front of Andrew Kidd. There's the area pass from St. John off the end boards. See McNulty wait, scoop, and score. Top corner. Got a timeout. Action will resume shortly here in Oshawa. (7-3) is the score as the Oshawa Outlaws lead the Toronto Monarchs. Their second meeting of the season. The third place Monarchs and the second place Outlaws, each team sporting a record of 6-2 in the ALL's East. Right into the seam, there's a chance from Rogers. Great work in the corner by the Outlaws. Hard work to pick up that rebound. It's Matt Hodgins. Like a wrecking ball on defense right now. Pass through and they score. Right back up on the board are the Oshawa Outlaws. Great effort there from Tristan Rogers to hold on to that ball. And Chris Veltman, I believe, in the corner to hold on to that ball as he was getting worked over, and it ends up being a goal for the Outlaws. We have a goaltending change as well. For the Monarchs, Ethan Harwood stepping in. It's a tough first quarter for Andrew Kidd, allowing 8 goals. But some great chances, relentless, have been the Outlaws. 2 minutes remain in the opening quarter. The Outlaws work the ball across center. It's McNulty working a give and go, sending it through. But Parker on defense knocks Simmons loose. Simmons recovers the ball and finds St. John up top. They'll drive it in. Pick up a pick from McNulty, work it right back to him. McNulty driving, fakes, shoots wide. Another chance, that shot saved by Harwood. He covers it up, looks up the floor, hesitates, and just dishes near side to Eklund. Eklund across center. Leaves the ball and heads off the floor. The offensive unit steps on for the Monarchs. Circled out shot that bounces off the end boards. Rebound scooped up by the Monarchs. Fresh shot clock, but possession stolen away by the Outlaws. Here comes Oshawa up the floor. Running into some traffic at center. And now back the other way come the Monarchs. Final minute here in the opening quarter. Worked up top to Pfeiffer. Spins off a check. Trying to create some space. Has to dish that ball as he's sent down to the floor. 10 seconds remain on the shot clock. Pfeiffer rolls one in. Great goal there from Parker Pfeiffer. Did a lot of work before that and then found some space and made no mistake. Rolling that one 5-hole. 8-4 the score now. Draw scooped up by the Outlaws. It was Riley Morgan winning that one clean. Gilmore sends the ball back up top. Tristan Rogers sends it right across. No space opening up there, but they have to move it back down low. Looks like we got a penalty coming up against Oshawa. It's Luke Laskowitz. Just 13 seconds remaining here in the opening frame. See what the Monarchs have drawn up here. Dance is going to start things off up top. Sends it down low. Buck up top for Dance. 5 seconds. Dishes. Buck with another shot. It's picked up by the Outlaws, and that'll do it for the opening quarter. The Oshawa Outlaws doubling up the Toronto Monarchs by a score of 8-4. Return with the second quarter of action momentarily. All right, all set here for the second quarter between the Toronto Monarchs and Oshawa Outlaws. The Outlaws doubling up the Monarchs 8-4 at this point in the action. Now the Monarchs winning possession off the draw. They're on a power play as well here. Lots of time to talk this one through in between the first and second quarter, try and set up a play. Pfeiffer works it up top, Dance. Back pass to Buck. Pfeiffer down low, and that ball bounces into the crease. Ran to center by McDonald. Doing a great job creating some space as he sends it down low into the corner. Racing onto that ball is Alex Simmons. Driving stutter step, works it back down low into the corner and creates some space. Now there's St. John. Holding on to the ball in behind, passes one through, it gets to center, but held in by Veltman. The shot clock expires, no problem for the Outlaws. Happy to burn 30 seconds on the PK. Quickly brought up the floor by the Monarchs. Dance. Works to give and go. Buck. Strong side, shoots. That one goes wide as Brown cut off the angle. Now Dance from up top. That one off the bar and down the floor. Absolute rocket of a shot from Jordan Dance. As Jackson Brown is still adjusting his net. Follows. For Buck. Inches in closer. Holds, shoots, scores. Nice touch on that goal from Tanner Buck as he took his time with it. Eventually beating Jackson Brown down low. And you can see him just inching, and using the screen. Dropping that one in 5-hole. So the Outlaws lead trimmed to 3 with that power play goal. Loose ball scooped up on the draw. Bounces back out. McDonald spinning away from a check. A few checks. He's got a lot of pressure on him. Works it back towards the bench. Now some space to work with for the Outlaws. Down low into the corner. Played in behind. Bounces off the end board. Scooped up. And worked down low. Up top, it's Gilray sending it through for St. John. St. John in the corner. Back to even strength. After that goal from the Monarchs. And a great response here from the Outlaws at St. John. Can't get a shot off there. And it's sent up the floor. Hard battle from Nolan as he eventually scoops up the loose ball and treads up the floor. Nolan crossing center. He'll head off for a change. As Tristan Rogers shoots one through. Light disagreement in the corner as well, but the Monarchs will work the ball loose. Matt Hodgins sends it in. Quick chance for Dance. That one's saved by Brown. It goes into the corner. Now Vesna drives the ball in behind, looks for some space. Swings it around, but that bounce pass goes out of play. Here come the Outlaws now. Mark Farthing drives and shoots. Rebound scooped up by the Outlaws. They get another chance. That shot misses wide. Dance all the way down the floor, in all alone, holds, fakes, saved by Brown. Heads up play there from Jordan Dance, but better effort from Jackson Brown to make the save. And another chance in front for the Outlaws. Big save from Ethan Harwood. The Monarchs bench loved that one. Brought across center. It's Aaron Walker. Dishes off, reverses the grain. It's down low. Into the seam. Pfeiffer. That's going to be a penalty. Gets the stick up on Andrioli. And the Monarchs' leading scorer will be in the box for 2 or less. As you can see right there, that's well, the ball wasn't there either. So, but Pfeiffer got the stick up. The ball was already in the corner, and we got another Outlaws power play. Simmons through the top of the house. It's Gilmore now. A few give and goes as they try and center that one. They do so successfully, but no shot. That shot from St. John misses wide, and bounces out of play. Both coaches urging their teams to hurry up, and the Monarchs might get a shorthanded opportunity here. No, Walker's going to spin it away. Takes a whack from Veltman. Still maintains possession. Short pass finds Hodgins. He's in open space. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Monarchs as they're content to kill time here. Now driving to try and get a shot. They do so and score a shorthanded goal. It was Joel Taylor, his second of the game. And you can see here is the Monarchs just trying to kill some time. Taylor thought, hey, I've got 6 seconds left on the shot clock. May as well fire one on net. Beats Jackson Brown down low. Still 1:17 remaining in the power play for the Outlaws. As Riley Morgan drops down and wins that draw. Right back to Veltman. Veltman across center. Dishes the ball and gets off for a change. Simmons. Through the seam, Laskowicz. Quick give and go. As Gilmore sends it into the corner, Laskowicz scores. Quick response from the Outlaws. Another power play goal for them. This one makes it 9-6. And not wasting any time there on the response after the shorthanded goal. No look pass. Finds Laskowicz. He's got a couple seconds and fires that one home. Great work on the draw from the Monarchs. And facing a ton of pressure right in front of their own bench, but they'll come out of this with possession. Hodgins sends it down low. Quick pass finds Dance. Spins off a check, makes the pass, work back down low. Looked like Pfeiffer might have been in the crease there as Brown scoops it up and finds Veltman. The Outlaws circling the wagons, sending it to the far side. St. John dishes the ball and drives. Just trying to move in for a shot there. That one catching the crossbar. It was Tristan Rogers slinging that one. Out of his net is Brown. Back pass, he got laid out, and there's going to be a problem here. Brown well out of his crease, had already passed it and got laid out by a Monarchs player. Haven't been able to actually catch the number as he got swarmed immediately. Now it's Patrick Thompson throwing the hit. Not even sure if we will have a look at this, but you can see Brown, back pass, and there goes the helmet jumping right in for the Monarchs as Ryan Nolan didn't like that hit at all. Referees having a discussion at the center of the floor. Not sure what this is going to develop into, but yeah, Patrick Thompson in the box already. We're not sure what else might come. Just a little bit late as we take another look at it. And Jackson Brown was already watching his pass. And if not for that hit, Aaron Walker might have had a chance on an empty cage for the Monarchs. Looks like things are sorted out here. 5-on-4 on the floor. Haven't seen time pop up on the clock yet for how long the penalty might be. 9-6 the score as the Oshawa Outlaws lead the Toronto Monarchs. Believe we just heard 2 minutes for charging. Haven't seen it go up on the clock yet as the Outlaws are working on the power play. Into the middle, Gilmore works off of St. John and sends it through the seam. That pass a little bit errant, but scooped up in behind by the Outlaws. pass through. Gilmore drives and dives. Can't get a shot off. Picked up by the Outlaws. They launch one in, and that's covered up by Ethan Harwood. Harwood looks up the floor and finds Aaron Walker. Walker sends it up for Dance. Quick shot saved by Brown. Scooped up quickly, and he'll send it up the floor. Andrioli fires the ball into the corner. That shot misses wide, and now a chance to get in all alone for the Monarchs, but the Outlaws will catch right up to them. As follows. Fires a pass through, in behind now. Williams looking back up, but it's Pfeiffer scooping the ball, sending it up top. As McDonald starts chugging up the floor for the Outlaws. The Outlaws working it through. Hard shot, misses wide, and bounces all the way down the floor. That'll be sent back down. We'll return with more ALL action from Oshawa momentarily. (9-6) is the score as the Oshawa Outlaws lead the Toronto Monarchs in an ALL East matchup. These two teams have met once already this season, back on December 30th. It was an Oshawa win, 12-7, the final outcome there. Here's Vesna. Steps out, passes. Pfeiffer drives. Great pass there, but they couldn't handle it. It's a goal waved off there quickly by the referee, and driving up the floor quickly are the Outlaws. Veltman, his shot saved by Harwood. Harwood quickly is going to turn the ball back up the floor. Follows already down here, awaiting a pass. McGay just posts up and awaits a couple changes. Bouncing ball picked up by McDonald. He's off to the races with Follows. McDonald driving, sprinting, can't get a shot off. Hodgins carrying the ball to center, sending it to Tanner Buck. Buck works it back across the floor as the changes are done for the Monarchs. Here's Dance with space, dodges backhand shot as he had to avoid his own teammate. Great last second move from Dance there to get a shot off. Strocher sends the ball up the floor, heads off for a change. Ball picked up by St. John. Back pass into the corner to McNulty. Goes right through the seam, and now a battle down low, scooped up by the Outlaws. There's a hard shot, and they score. 10-6 now, 5:51 to play in the half. Just a great bounce shot, catching the turf right in the middle of the crease and then finding the back of the net. So certainly on pace to have a little bit more goal scoring than the last meeting between these two teams back in 2022. False start on the draw possession award to the Outlaws. Riley Morgan steps out with it, dishes to Veltman. They'll both head off for a change. Now worked out of the corner by the Outlaws. It's St. John through the seam, hard shot. And back the other way come the Monarchs. They'll be on a power play shortly unless they can capitalize here with the goalie out. Pfeiffer. Realizing he's got a chance to create something here with an extra player. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Buck works it to the top of the house. To Dance, jumping, trying to get the quick stick, but nothing there. Now Buck in through, but Joel Taylor couldn't handle that one. Nonetheless, the Monarchs will move on to a power play here. Trailing by 4. Heading into the box is Jake Gilmore. Jordan Dance will start things off up top and work it down low. Quick give and go with Buck. They'll switch sides. Pfeiffer holding, winding, firing it in behind, getting it right back. That shot saved by Brown. Buck, 2 follows. A lot of ball movement here on the power play. Underhand shot, picked up his own rebound to Dance. He'll carry it down low. Tries to pass, but has some space to work with, even though he fumbled that one a little bit. Buck shoots, that's saved by Brown. He'll contain the rebound as well. Veltman fires the ball out to Gurry, using his legs to drive up the floor. Killing some time as he dishes and changes. Alex Simmons spins it through, fires a pass down low for St. John. A minute to go in the kill for the Outlaws. St. John with the lane, drives and scores. A buzzer beater as well as he gets that one in right before the shot clock expired. That puts the Outlaws up 11-6. Great work there from St. John. Taking advantage of a hole in the defense while shorthanded and driving straight to the net, making no mistake. Veltman lining up with Heidecker. Veltman works the ball ahead, but it's picked up by the Monarchs. Here's Dance. Calmly steps out to the top of the house, dishes it, and works a give and go. Now Pfeiffer through for follows, but he couldn't corral the ball for the quick stick. Farthing carries it to center. Looks like the ball is going to be given to the Monarchs, however. All right, bench minor given to Oshawa there for a legal substitution. Dance. Was a little bit confused there as to what was going on. A lot of people had their arms up in the air, but ended up being a bench minor against Oshawa. 5-on-3 chance for the Monarchs. That shot misses wide, bounces up into the rafters here at Children's Arena. Bouncing up the floor, McDonald scoops it up. 3:10 to go in the half. Jordan Dance is posted up down beside Jackson Brown in the Outlaws zone. As it's 5-on-4 now. It's Matt Hodgins. Does some hard work to get the ball down the floor. and then gets right off. A minute in the power play. Dance gets it back, shot handled by Brown. Brown quickly looks up, and he's got a man streaking in all alone. He shoots and misses wide. That was Ryan Nolan driving. Harwood launches it down. Picked up by Buck. Buck skips it in. Dishes back pass in front. Dance jumping but can't corral the ball. Andrioli. Ball swatted away from him by Buck. Buck drives, saved by Brown. Rebound just misses. Excellent turnover from Buck. Great job to pick up that rebound as well. 20 seconds remain in the power play. Buck, the trigger man on the doorstep. Dance scores from the slot. See the confidence in Jordan Dance when he gets the ball from that position. Sidearm shot. Finds its way past Jackson Brown. Minute 56 remaining in the half. Certainly not an insurmountable lead for the Monarchs. 11-7 the score. As the ball squirts loose, it's Follows. Awaits the support from the offensive unit. They're set up now. Ball sent down low. The pass intended for Dance bounces loose, and here are the Outlaws. Sending the ball up to center. Webb holds and sends it down low. St. John now. Walks it out. Short pass for McNulty. Couldn't scoop that one. Still with possession, though, are the Outlaws. Laskowitz fires, saved by Harwood. The ball is going to bounce all the way down the floor, and here's a chance for the Monarchs off the post. Matt Hodgins in on the breakaway, catches a bar. Inside the final minute now in the half. Big battle right in front of the Monarchs bench, and back the other way come the Outlaws. They'll get a shot off. That's handled by Ethan Harwood. Long pass up the floor. Grabbed by Dance. Stutter step, works into space. Sends it far side towards his own bench. Played by Joel Taylor. Taylor makes a move, drives, one hand on his stick. He's going to have to create something for himself here or move the ball. One-handed pass is scooped up by Buck, shoots, that one's off the bar. And now a 2-on-0 opportunity the other way for the Outlaws with 5 seconds on the clock. McDonald makes a move but misses wide. Final couple of seconds here, and that'll do it for the opening half. From Children's Arena in Oshawa, the Oshawa Outlaws up 11-7 over the Toronto Monarchs. Will return with the second half shortly.
Brett Longboat has made a living posting up inside that dotted half circle, and when the big man with good hands gets it down there, it's money in the bank. Now this was just Longboat being on the doorstep and able to fish this one out ahead of Deacon Knott. Deacon Knott almost had it, went for it, but Longboat, once he got that Knott, you could see got, and see him dishing right to Wittich, right stick side, and that fake to the left and back to the right. No chance for Deacon Knott. Goes 5-hole and Deacon Knott. And Deacon Knott laying on the carpet. I don't even know how he saved that, but definitely not in his house. Be about that. Hopefully they're watching at home, as they are just between Wyerton and Owen Sound. So John will pick up the rebound. Great fake. John St. John goes to the quick shot. Wicket, and Dusty Hill laying on that rubber. Vern Tricky Hill, 66. Oh, big save, Deacon Knott. Set that play up and give some credit there. Big save there by Longboat. But then the spectating started for the Snipers, and Rogers just found Laskowicz right there on the doorstep, and he's not going to miss those. So Hanrahan has gotten some shots off here, and boy, you talk accuracy, we had a great angle of it here. Wrong stick side, but boy, you can see just that little room between the wickets. Looking to set a screen. Good move. Whiteford and Beaver. Has Beaver on the drop off. Lucas Beaver, what a save! Big save right there. Ending job defensively, and that's going to take us to our first officials timeout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back.
Here we have Oshwegan's down just 4-on-5. They just did a little split play and get Lucas Beaver wide open, and unfortunately Caleb Martin comes with a big save on him. Well, you look at this. She sticks an outside pass. Winds up for a shot. Goalie's nightmare. Deflection off the guy's helmet. You know what I mean? Goalie's thinking it's going far side, and Caleb Martin just got stuck. Like a shot that the guy wasn't ready for, and then we find it here in the corner. He just beats two guys with no help coming back to help. He tiptoes that line. Far side, nice goal.
Beauty goal by Wayne Hill, a big man, very agile. Backhand pass, heads up on the back door. Wrong stick side, Johnson, quick over. Whiteford, what a save there with the left glove.
Just a little scramble you play, gets the ball over the pointer. He's on the far side looking at Johnny Clerk, cuts through the middle, wide open. Short side, nice shot.
Well, I like that full extension by Boyd. If he doesn't catch that pass, it goes off the boards. The two.
Oh, I think he's going to get 4 or 7.
So high stick he called.
Yeah, so
play.
Basically he's going to get the mugging early when Goddard or Osborne was over here on the side. He just pounds him to the ground, right? That's you know, it's on his back. And here he turns back into him. We're going to go 5 minutes probably on that one. Yeah, you know what you just have here, just again, guy, the goalie's facing hard to the shooter and cannot react quick enough to get back. And you know, when you're on the carpet, it's tough for that goalie sometimes to get that step.
And now Q. And Q picks the corner. Alex Q has been a transition demon here, and it's 2-0 Paris. Good fake, dumps it off, a little late with the pass. Kaminga still trying to corral it. Kaminga goes to the far corner. Mason Kaminga, another one of those transition players getting the job done for his team. No reset, 10 on the shot clock. Slides it over. Davis, quick pass, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer looking to get a step. So some great work taking advantage as Parker Pfeiffer with his 16th goal of the season. Doesn't have the numbers, peels out, finds Van Scheppen. Van Scheppen going to go around Zulian and tries to get a shot off and scores. So I don't think Bailey Brown knew exactly where he was, but Cosgrove, and Agus, good long pass, wasn't able to corral that. Does pick up the loose ball, goes to work one-on-one. Hunter Agus, great stick check at the last second. Trying to turn that corner. Simonelli looking to dump it off. Rex, nothing doing on the screen and roll. And Bailey Brown on the money. Eklund with another finish. Transition goal. So Eklund making a habit of that. And almost got it back, got knocked down. Williams, wrong stick side. Corbett backhand. Patrick Corbett had limited options, went to the backhand and found the back of the net. Corbett with his first goal of the game, 10th of the season. Buck swinging around, follows, wide open Corbett, tucks that in the far corner, and the Monarchs are rolling now. One more time, Q decides to, with the early jump, and Buck now will set up the offense. Buck gets a screen, good defense. Williams, little shake and bake on Q, couldn't get by him, curls back out. That pass going to be a chore to keep it. Davis does a great job swinging around. 10 on the shot clock. Dance.
Trying to find a lane. Hayes in the white with a shot, and he scores. Opening up the scoring in his first game is Blaze White for the Timbermen. Up high to Campbell, leading scorer here. Goes across Sunderland with the shot. Masters equal with the save. And another save off the rebound, but it does go in. Sam Dramnaski puts it up and off Ryan Masters' shoulders and in on the power play. Passes over to Van Scheppen, waiting for the offense to get out there on the floor. Challen gets it down low. They're trying to catch the Timberman on a change. Boom. To cause that turnover, gets a shot, big save. The Challen picks up the rebound, and he puts it 5-hole on Masters. He made the first save. Nothing there. Back up high, Bradshaw with the shot. He scores. Up and over, Aaron Bradshaw started it off. Passes it down low, gets it back, and he lets one fly there. Caleb Bigney with the pass back up high and gets it in for the Timbermen here. Puts it back to Riley Curtis. Hard pass across there to Bradshaw, up to McNutt. Thinks he has it, but he doesn't. And the Express are off to Van Scheppen again with it. Another shot, and he scores again. Timbermen have successfully killed off the second penalty of the game. Back to five-a-side. Dramenatsky working it down low to board. Finds one inside there. Sunderland with a quick shot, but Masters with a big save. Looks for Campbell up high, but he can't handle the pass. Owen Dale picks it up. Got a breakaway here. And it's a tweener between the legs. A little twister shot from Owen Dale, putting some pressure there on the Express. And away he goes down to score. Makes it a 5-3 game. Express arguing for the whistle there. There was no whistle back into play, so.
(11-7) is the score for the Oshawa Outlaws as we resume action here. Meeting between the Outlaws and the Monarchs, their second meeting of the season. Great work from the Outlaws in the opening half after some quick punch and counter punch action to open the game. The Outlaws ran away with it, a few power play goals, and they just kept the momentum going. I'm Dan Malta with the call here today. The Outlaws work the ball down low. Tripping up there was Simmons, and that's an opportunity down the floor for the Monarchs. making no mistake, was Mitch Zulian. The twister shot from right on top of the crease. And you can see Zulian just driving, and last second spins and drops it around Jackson Brown. Couldn't ask for a better start to the second half for the Toronto Monarchs. See if they can keep the momentum going. Heidecker grabs the ball right off the draw, quickly pinned up against the boards. Only 4 players on the floor not involved in that scrum, and the Monarchs come out with the ball. The Monarchs bench loving that hustle. Stepped out through the seam, a chance in front. Buck, that resets the shot clock. Monarchs grab the ball on the rebound. Dance works it down low, back through the seam. Pfeiffer, strong side, back pass, finds Buck. He shoots, reset once again, but that's going to be picked up, well, swatted at by Veltman, and possession will resume for the Monarchs. It's Dance. Posting up, making a move. He's got some space now, sends it across the floor. Pfeiffer cuts in, back for Dance. Juke step, works it back across, and there's a chance from Buck, but covered up by Jackson Brown. Veltman sends it down to Gilmore, grabs a change. Defensive unit out for the Monarchs, the full offensive unit out for the Outlaws. It's Cam Milligan wearing 55 for the Outlaws at the top of the house. Dishes to McNulty, that shot saved by Harwood. Ethan Harwood came in relief of Andrew Kidd after the 8th goal of the game for the Outlaws. Been pretty strong since that. Worked out of the corner by Toronto. It's Dance. Sends the ball back down low. Buck makes a move, has to drop to one knee to regain his balance. That pass to Williams, his shot goes wide. Now Vezina scoops up the ball into the corner before getting tripped up. Vezina caught a slash and went down. Carried in by the Outlaws. It's fired into the corner. Dance working through traffic. Gets a shot off. Vezina now on the rebound. There's another shot. Ball bounces down the floor, picked up by the Outlaws. In all alone is Riley Simpson. He'll await support, dish it off. John St. John. Through the seam. That shot misses high. That was Simmons with the opportunity. The ball is going to go all the way down the floor, but over and back called. So we'll get a possession. A fresh shot clock for the Monarchs. Pfeiffer up to Follows. He'll work it across, a few stutter steps out of the corner, back up to Pfeiffer it goes. Sent that one down for Joel Taylor, who couldn't scoop up the pass. Now Follows battling for the Monarchs. Here come the Outlaws. Cross center, it's Milligan. Milligan, no-look pass for Gilmore. Gilmore steps in, fakes the pass to St. John, and reevaluates. Bounce pass across. Outlaws still working it. It's St. John. Just driving is St. John. He's got a lane, saved by Brown. Or Harwood, rather. Patrick Thompson carries it down for the Monarchs. Now Dance with it. Finds Williams. Williams sends it through and then drives. Pfeiffer now in front, fakes, jumps, works it around, and they score. Incredible agility from Parker Pfeiffer. Made too many moves to count and utilized all the space on the floor before dunking that one home from in behind. Jackson Brown. Grandel comes out with the win on that draw. Outlaws seeing their lead slipping away slowly as the Monarchs have kept things going to start the second half. Hard shot hits the bar. Looked like it might have gone in, and the way it rebounded out, actually from my view right beside the net, I would say that it did. That won't count. Rogers sends it across. Milligan for St. John, underhand shot, one-handed. Impressive just to have the piece of or the wherewithal to get that one through. And a penalty called against Julian Gay. Great opportunity for the Outlaws to step on the throat of the Monarchs here. And you can see down at my end of the floor, or our end of the floor, the referee's taking a look at the net, evaluating to see if there is a hole in it. We saw that in Millbrook last weekend. A shot went right through the net. That goal did, however, count. 9:43 to go in the third quarter, and the Outlaws will get things going on the power play. Laskowicz. It's now St. John. Works it back up top. They score. 12 seconds into the power play, and it's Alex Simmons getting his third of the game. Exactly the way they drew it up, I think it's safe to say, as the Outlaws bring their lead back to 3. Ball sent towards the Outlaws bench, but coming out with possession are the Monarchs, and they're quick to the attack. Played in behind the net. Heidecker winding it up, but dishes and drives. Spinning it now out front is Pfeiffer. Scoops it up once again. Stutter step, spin move, and that shot bounces up to center, held in nicely by Follows. 2 seconds on the clock. Got a chance, and time's going to expire in the shot clock. Solid effort from the Outlaws defenders. St. John struts into the zone, stutter step, looks for an outlet, sends it up top. Striving is Milligan. That pass goes right through, doesn't find a home, picked up by Rogers. Ball still bouncing, and it's going to be picked up by Thompson. Thompson using his wheels, but loses the ball. Now Eklund sends it back down low for Thompson. And he finds Follows. Follows awaits support. Outlaws working it around, or trying to prevent the Monarchs from working this one around. They do so now as they really slowed them up. Now a chance from out front. Ball goes into the corner. Here come the Outlaws. Strocher dishes it back for St. John. A few changes going on for the Outlaws as St. John keeps one eye on that, one eye on his own, on the offensive zone. Laskowicz passes it down low. That shot misses. 4 on the clock. St. John sends one through, and the shot clock will expire. Harwood floats a pass up, but Gilmore breaks that up. And we got a penalty coming up against the Monarchs. And the Oshawa Outlaws will be on the power play when we resume action here in the third quarter. (12-9) is the score here in Oshawa as the Outlaws lead the Monarchs with second place in the ALL's East on the line. Both teams sporting a 6-2 record, with the Outlaws currently ahead of the Monarchs in the standings. Outlaws up by 3 here with 7:23 to go in the third quarter and a 2-minute power play about to get underway. Taking their time to get started here as there's some confusion with the referees. Well, it's going to be 2 on the penalty for each team, actually. So it looks like we're going to have a 4-on-4. And now 5-on-5 is being called. I think we've got things sorted out. A little bit of confusion there. Started out looking like a power play for Oshawa, then it was 4-on-4. Now we're 5-on-5. And the Monarchs have possession. Sent through the seam is Joel Taylor. His shot covered up by Jackson Brown. And back the other way comes Oshawa. Carried across center by Ryan Nolan. He works it down low and dishes and heads off for a change. Sprinting to the bench as they try and get full force out there. St. John drives. That shot misses just wide. Ball bounced out of play. It'll be Monarchs' ball. Got 2 balls on the floor now. And now we'll resume. Long pass finds Pfeiffer. Trotting up the floor as it's far side now. Dance. Pfeiffer. Quick give and go. Dance holds. Sends that one back into traffic. It bounces into the possession of the Monarchs. Pfeiffer for Dance. Just drives in. Takes a bunch of checks from McDonald. McDonald helps the Outlaws kill that clock and then carries it to center, takes a couple hits and picks up the ball. McDonald sends it across to Riley Simpson. Simpson dishes to Laskowitz. Fakes a pass, then sends it up to McNulty, who finds St. John. Works far side now, it's Milligan. That shot misses just wide. Rebound bounces in behind the net. St. John on it, but the shot clock expires. The pace of offense certainly slowed here in the second half compared to the first. Both teams paying a little bit more attention to defense. Vesna with the chance. Scooped up on the rebound by Jordan Dance. He's just going to drive with it. Dance bounces off a check, gets a shot off, and another clock reset for the Monarchs. Held at the top of the house, sent down low, and then worked into the high slot. It's Buck working off a check, sent the other way. Call to benefit the Outlaws. It's Gilmore bouncing that one back to center. Now St. John for Laskowitz. He sends it down low. It's Josh Gilray. He's going to drive with it. Gilray's shot saved by Harwood. Parker evades the check of Rogers. Short underhand pass finds Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer back up top, quick give and go with Buck. Now the trailer is Joel Taylor. Taylor holds underhand shot, bounces up. Nearly went out of play, but it's going to roll all the way down the floor. Or being picked up by the Monarchs. Pachureva driving it all the way down the floor, and then looking back for a lane, 20 seconds on the clock. It's Pfeiffer. Short pass intended for Taylor, but he couldn't get underneath that one. Farthing passes it ahead for St. John. Works it down low to the corner for McNulty. Ball bounces loose, scooped up by St. John. Got Zulian right on top of him. St. John spins off the check, finds McNulty. McNulty, sidearm pass through, 5 seconds on the clock. That ball bounces just out of the reach of St. John. No shot on that possession for the Outlaws. Harwood finds Walker. Crosses center and dishes to Williams. Williams with a few stutter steps, dishes the ball up top for Dance. Dance back down low into the corner. It's Follows working it out, sending it across, but thinking shot before he received the ball there was Pfeiffer. Vesna bodying his way down low. Another possession with no shot. Defense doing a great job at both ends. Rogers. And check closely. Finds some space, makes a pass. Hard shot from up top, and that makes it 13-9. The laser beam from Luke Laskowitz. His second goal of the game. And you can see he had some time and space, just walked into that one. Ethan Harwood just couldn't catch up to it. Three minutes to go now in the third quarter. Monarchs briefly have possession off the draw, but stolen away almost immediately. As the Outlaws work the ball ahead. Now Zulian with an interception. He's going to drive the ball in all alone. Walker joins him in support and creates some space for Zulian. Zulian using his speed to get away from a couple of checks. He's going to drive and shoot. Handled by Jackson Brown. Brown with a short pass. The ball worked up the floor by the Outlaws. Farthing leaves the ball up top. Laskowitz now Andrioli. Assessing, looking for a lane, sends it across. It's Milligan. Milligan winding up, firing. That one misses high, and now a race down the floor. Scooped up by the Monarchs. Williams bounces it up top for Dance. Underhand shot blocked. Rebound scooped up by the Monarchs. Follows. His shot hits a helmet and bounces into possession of the Outlaws. Now trotted up the floor. Tristan Rogers dishes it, goes in deep. Gilmore sends the ball across for Alex Simmons. Simmons for St. John, facing a close check from Gay. Now Gilmore utilizes a screen and gets a shot through. Picks up the ball. Fresh clock to work with. Cromer working him over down low and picked up in front. They score. A great ball-hawk goal from Josh Gilray as he scoops up the loose ball, dives and scores. Great work in behind from Cromer to knock the ball loose, but then Gilray, like an eagle, just swoops in and scoops it up and scores. 14-9 now with a minute 15 to go in the third quarter. Outlaws pouring on the pressure. Farthing drops it off. It's worked down low by St. John. He's going to drive, create some space for himself, and then kick it back up top. Driving into the seam, bounce shot goes up and out of play. Now here's Eklund. Chips it ahead for Pfeiffer. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Pfeiffer dishes it far side. It's up top for Taylor. He's checked hard, sends it for Williams. Williams drives, looks for a pass. It goes up top instead. Dance's shot saved by Brown. The ball goes loose into the corner, and it's Veltman. With the Outlaws holding possession, they'll call timeout. When we return, they'll be trying to seal this one off here in the third quarter. .6 seconds remain in the third quarter as we get back from an Oshawa Outlaws timeout. The shot clock is off by 4 milliseconds to the game clock. So we'll see what they get up to here. They've got the extra attacker on. St. John. As the coaches from the Outlaws bench call for some action, looking for some movement. The ball bouncing, and they got an empty net to work with. Launched right down and off the post. And now one last chance, and they'll score on that one. The entire crowd feeling that together, as you could hear the exasperation, and you can see Jackson Brown hustling back there, but they just couldn't get it in. So with 2.1 seconds, the Toronto Monarchs bring themselves back within 4 after a rocky attempt there with the goalie pulled for the Outlaws. One last straw to wrap the quarter. 14-10 the score. We've got an exciting fourth quarter of action coming up shortly here from Children's Arena in Oshawa. all set to return to action as we get buzzed back into play here. The score 14-10 for the Oshawa Outlaws over the Toronto Monarchs. A 4-goal lead. Everybody who's watching, I'm sure you already know, this lead could evaporate in an instant if the Monarchs get rolling. I'm sure nobody more aware of that than the Outlaws and the Monarchs at this point. Now Follows trying to get things started early in the quarter. Shot bounces loose, goes out of play, and it's carried up the floor by the Outlaws. Farthing holds the ball in the corner, awaits the changes, and heads off himself as the Outlaws look to set things up here. Another opportunity to put this game out of reach. Milligan sends that one through. The quick stick attempt from McNulty just went loose. Now driving in is Simmons. A Superman attempt there, saved by Harwood. Fresh clock though for the Outlaws. They'll get some changes in. Picked up, worked to the top of the house, chance in close. What a goal, great execution. Josh Gilray completes the hat trick. The late man just sliding in, getting that pass. 15-10 the score now. You can see Gilray coming in from the top of the screen as all the direction was going one way, and Gilray coming from the other. There you go, great start to the fourth quarter for the hometown team, the Oshawa Outlaws. Some aggression off the draw there, and possession is awarded to the Outlaws. It's McDonald. Trots it towards his own bench, holds and dishes. Now Gilmore works the ball down low. He'll drive in and push the defense in tight. Milligan, sidearm shot, picked up by Harwood. Harwood holding, looking for a lane, steps out of his crease and dishes it towards the crowd here. Heidecker drops the ball off for Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer works it across, now Taylor. Stutter step shot, that misses wide, and back the other way come the Outlaws. Chopped down by Taylor. The ball is held in with a fresh clock now for the Monarchs. In tight, that pass just missing the mark, scooped by Dance. He spins off the check of Nolan. Dance works it up top, sends it through the seam. They're looking for an outlet here. That shot misses wide. That's going to bounce all the way down the floor. Over and back called, 13 minutes to go. 15-10 the score as the Outlaws lead the Monarchs. Gilray drops it off for Simmons. His shot finds its way in. Sounded like it went wide from the far end of the floor here, but it makes it 16-10 now for the Outlaws. Take a look at Simmons just crossing through the seam and finds the top corner. Really shooting like his eyes are in the pocket of his stick. Quick draw, won by Heidecker. He's just going to drive possession in deep. That pass errant. Knocked down in the neutral zone. Now Zulian spins off the check, sends it down low for Follows. Now Brown floats it down the floor. The Hail Mary nearly works out. McNulty claiming that one went through the net, and they're calling it yes. What a pass from Jackson Brown. Inspired by the Super Bowl last week. Great catch from McNulty and sends it right through the net. Jeff McNulty's fourth goal of the game was a great one. Referees having a conversation here as well. And there's going to be a power play as well for the Outlaws. Coming off of that, missed that. I believe unsportsmanlike is the call. (12:19) remaining here in the fourth quarter as the conversations continue after that goal. Monarchs won 17-13 in their most recent action, trailing 17-10 here, as the Outlaws look to flip the script on them. Veltman, the important part of closing out this game for the Outlaws as they try and shut this one down. Laskowitz dishes it across as the Outlaws operate methodically with the power play here. Simmons sends it down low, then drives, sets a pick. Back up top, back pass from St. John. 2 seconds on the clock, and they get the shot off. A reset, and they scoop the ball up as well on the rebound. Now St. John up top for Milligan, wearing 55, listed as number 17 regularly, I believe. Milligan sends it through for St. John. Quick stick save from Ethan Harwood. Monarchs bench loving that save on the penalty kill. Now carried up the floor into offensive territory. Driving is Taylor. He steps through, gets a attempt at a shot. Holding called. We'll go to 4-on-4 for 56 seconds before the Monarchs get an opportunity on the power play. Jordan Dance will start us off here. Sends it to Taylor. Taylor fires it down low. Now Dance far side. That pass just misses. Nolan waits for a lane to open and finds McDonald. Spins off a check and he's got a lane. McDonald passes. St. John drives. Big save there from Ethan Harwood to keep this thing at a 7-goal gap. McDonald winding up, shooting wide, and ball's going to roll all the way down the floor, where the Monarchs will pick up possession. 28 seconds until they're on a power play of their own. Currently at a 4-on-4. Dance fires it across. Pfeiffer looking for the pass, but it goes up top to Dance instead. Backing his way in, and they get a shot off and score on a 4-on-4 situation here. Dance in some discomfort after taking some hard checks. But the Monarchs are back within 6. See Dance just backing into traffic, taking some serious abuse before getting the pass off while falling. Finished off by Dan Williams. .10:32 to go in the fourth quarter. In 13 seconds, the Monarchs will step onto a power play. Follows. Just going to wait until they're on the power play here, get the offensive unit out. A minute to work with now to try and get one on the board. Taylor. Couple give and goes up top with Dance. Dance across for Taylor. Now Dance shooting. Bounce shot saved. Williams scoops it up. Fresh clock to work with. Williams through the seam. Buck buries that one. Still 10 minutes to work with. Monarchs down 5. You can see here the Monarchs not wasting any time on the power play as Dance got a shot off quick. Scooped up the rebound, sent through the seam, and right there on the doorstep was Tanner Buck. Grandel and Heidecker on the draw. Loose ball gets picked up by the Monarchs. Ball launched deep. Pfeiffer with a chance through. Underhand shot saved. Pfeiffer takes a hard hit in the process from Ryan Nolan as the referees quickly swooped in to blow play dead. Not sure if any penalties are coming out of that one. See 2 going up on the board against the Outlaws, and another power play opportunity for the Monarchs. As sitting for 2 or less is Ryan Nolan. Down low to Tanner Buck. He's got follows with him. Monarchs really tightening things up down low, inching in closer and closer to Brown. Dance. Back pass to Buck. His shot blocked. Up into the meshing. And possession given to Buck as it was deflected off an Outlaws player. Dance. Steps in, fakes, scores! Jordan Dance getting one when his team needs it most. The lead now shrinks to 4, the same place we were at the start of the 4th quarter. As you see Dance there just utilizing traffic to get that shot through and taking advantage of the screen. .9:23 remains here in the quarter. Picked up by the Outlaws and sent across to Veltman. Veltman spins it back up top, scoots off to the bench. As Simmons drives down low, Thompson all over him. Simmons for St. John. Quick stick. Laskowitz couldn't get a shot off. He jumps in the crease, though. See the Outlaws hustling to get into defensive position. Trying to hit the pressure release valve here and stop this momentum swing for the Monarchs. Dance. Drives on Andrioli. Saved by Brown. He had to hold up a second to make sure he had it. Now Strozier. Strozier across center. St. John works it across. Up top now it's McNulty. His pass just missing. Goes in behind. Now the Monarchs driving with pace. Easing up as soon as they cross center. Buck sends it across. Hard shot kicked away by Brown. Williams trying to get underneath it. He's hit hard into the boards. A Pfeiffer up top. It's Buck with space. He shoots. That's saved by Brown. Huge save at this point in the game. Now Williams. Hard check. Trying to protect possession of the ball. As play is blown dead. And the Monarchs still have possession. Buck down low for Dance. He dives in and scores. Jordan Dance, with his 4th of the game, brings the Monarchs back within 3. See Buck, first target is Dance more often than not, and he was ready for it. Wave of momentum continues to flow for the Monarchs. It's like the tide coming in. There's Taylor. Works it up top. Pfeiffer, utilizing some space, sends it across the floor, reversing the grain, follows. Up top, Taylor drops it off. That shot handled by Brown. Pfeiffer now scoops it up in the corner. Looks through. It's Taylor in behind, trying to find a lane. Strozier on top of him. Underhand shot, they score. Back within 2 now. Great effort from Joel Taylor as he uses his range. Just spins it around and slides that one home. And a goaltending change for the Outlaws. Another momentum buster, perhaps. Deacon Knott steps into the crease. 7:07. Joe Hiltz must be hoping that this goaltending change sparks something in the Outlaws. A hard-fought battle, a chance to the net. Zulian saved by Knott as he does his job on his first action. McDonald crosses center and looks for a lane in deeper, but facing a ton of pressure as soon as he got there. He's got some space now. McDonald shoots and scores. There's a quick response after the goaltending change for the Outlaws, as Ben McDonald gets one to reverse the trend. Just driving in, bouncing 1-5 hole. 6:36 to go now. Lead back to 3 for the Outlaws. Bouncing ball, picked up by Oshawa, into the center. Andreoli's shot saved, and now back the other way with speed come the Monarchs. Just gonna drive this one off the rush. Thompson, his shot handled by Knott, and Veltman picks up the ball. Sent through to Nolan. Nolan eases into the zone and heads off for a change. Simmons cuts into the middle, looking for a shot. Fires one and buries it. Alex Simmons gets on the board for the 4th time. 19-15 the score now. You can see him evaluating before he decides just to cut and fire with some space to work with. Perfectly placed top corner shot. Couldn't ask for a better result from the goaltending change, as things have gone pretty well for the Oshawa Outlaws since shifting the momentum and sending Deacon Knott in between the pipes. Follows. Cuts up top, looks for a lane. A lot of traffic though. Now Nolan pressuring him. Short pass finds Dance. Pfeiffer got labeled, his helmet on the floor, and the Monarchs are going to have a chance on the power play. And we'll start the power play when we return. Some exciting final minutes coming up here between the Outlaws and the Monarchs. .5:32 to go here. Here's a look at the play that sent the Monarchs to this late power play. It was Pfeiffer cutting in and just getting railroaded in the high slot, making the effort to get that pass across to Jordan Dance. 4-goal deficit and a power play to work with for the Monarchs. Buck sends it up top, gets it right back. Quick shot, they score. Tanner Buck grabs another one, and Shaping up to be a pretty exciting finish. Getting close to 40 goals total in this one. Shootout at Children's Arena. Taguri sends it towards his bench and gets a change now. Driving are the Outlaws, trying to reverse the grain once again. The momentum swings. As the Monarchs are going back to a power play, and they've been lethal when they needed to be here. Dance fires, that one misses wide. Great play there from Pfeiffer to knock that one down. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock, and there will be play blown dead as the Monarchs get set to head to another power play. A lot of conversations going on between the Monarchs bench and the players on the floor as they try and set something up here. Williams, short pass, it's now sent up top. Here's Dance. Dance for Taylor. Few give and goes between them as they inch closer to the net. That shot saved by Knott. Stopped right at center with a fresh shot clock. Here are the Monarchs. Pass through, finds Buck. He sends that one through the seam. Net well off. Dance, his shot saved. Bouncing ball, scooped up by Buck. Runs away from traffic, makes a pass through. Another huge save from Deacon Knott. Dance, keeping the pressure on for the Monarchs. He sends it across for Taylor, gets it right back. Couple of give and goes. Now some time and space for Buck to step through. He scores. Within two now with 4 minutes to go. As Tanner Buck completes the hat trick. Great shot. You can see he took the time to aim that one well. As the Outlaws have to be feeling the pressure, it's been a battle for them all fourth quarter to stave off the Monarchs. Ball bouncing off the draw. Looked more like a jump ball in basketball as the Monarchs come out with it and just getting labeled into the boards there. Another power play coming up for the Monarchs as Heidecker got labeled carrying the ball down low. Extra runner on the floor, worked in behind, it's Pfeiffer. 9 seconds on the clock. Shot from Buck, they score, they're within one. So no power play coming up, but I don't believe the Monarchs care. They got their result. Great shot there from Tanner Buck. He is red hot. 1 goal game now with 3:29 to go. An absolute shootout here at Children's Arena. And a false start on the draw. Possession given to the Monarchs. They're just going to get right back on the horse. Zulian. Picked up by the Monarchs down low. Farthing working on the check, now follows. Looks for an outlet, carries it into the middle. Sends it across. There's Pfeiffer working it down low. The Outlaws digging away, trying to steal that ball. And they're able to kill the clock before sending it back the other way. Bounce pass finds Veltman as he crosses center. Looks for a lane, sends it down low to McNulty. He'll work the ball out of the corner. McNulty Cycles it down low, heads towards the net, and there's a shot from Simmons, saved by Harwood. Back the other way come the Monarchs, trying to launch one down. Doesn't work out. Andrioli with speed back up the floor. The Outlaws setting up here with 2.5 to play. Laskowitz sends it down low. Carried back out. There's a shot from McNulty, bouncing. And the Monarchs scoop it. Aaron Walker drives across center. He's got some space now. Dishes it off. Taylor steps through. That shot, or that pass, misses the mark. Taylor hard on it, trying to regain possession. A great work there from Riley Simpson to keep driving the ball down the floor for the Outlaws. One job now for the Outlaws, just kill this off, as Mandeville does a great job avoiding a check. Bounce pass up top for McNulty, 1.5 to play. They work it down low. Milligan sent down to the turf. And that'll mean possession is held on to with a fresh shot clock for the Outlaws. Worked out of the corner. St. John with a powerful run. Bounce shot on the backhand shot. Bounces wide. Gilray holds the ball in the corner, sends it in behind. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Milligan floats one through into the corner as the shot clock expires. And a timeout called from the Monarchs. An exciting final minute coming up here at Children's Arena. .2 seconds remain in this one. The Outlaws have held on to the lead essentially the entire game, but the Toronto Monarchs just being pests and not going away. They've fought back to within 1. As the lead for the Outlaws swelled a few times, then got shrunk back down. Here's Taylor. He's got a couple today. Buck through the seam, that one just missing as the ball bounces up and out of play. That should mean Outlaws ball at the empty net. No! Just a lot of loud noises right now. Not sure what the call was. But that is going to be Outlaws ball. Ethan Harwood was able to get back in between the pipes. McNulty sets a screen as it's worked down low. St. John is trying to kill some time as he cuts out into the middle, gets a shot off. That shot misses high. Final possession probably here for the Monarchs. Shot clock has 2 on the game clock. Up top, it's Bucky scores, ties it up. 20 seconds to go. What a wild one. You can see the urgency in Buck. He checks the clock, sends it up the floor, gets open, and fires it home 5-hole, beating Deacon Knott. We're tied up at 19s with 20 seconds to play. Several times, I think everybody here thought that this game was just out of reach for the Monarchs, but they've kept their foot on the gas. Both teams digging in. 10 seconds to go now. Ball bounces loose. The Monarchs just gonna probably try and play protect here as they launch it down the floor. And time expires in regulation. Welcome back inside here at Children's Arena. We are tied up at 19s after 4 quarters of action, as we are set for a 10-minute overtime between the Oshawa Outlaws and Toronto Monarchs. The Outlaws have had the lead for the entire game, save for what I remember as the first and second goals by the Monarchs. We'll see if they can close it out and stomp on this feel-good game for the Monarchs. St. John works a give and go, sends it into the middle. Carried through, shot handled, and sent into the corner. Clock resets. Simmons on top of it. He works it back up top for St. John. Gilmore works off a screen from St. John, sends it into the far corner. Laskowitz sends it through, a chance in front. Big save right there from Ethan Harwood. Up the floor with speed now are the Monarchs. They'll gain the zone and keep the pressure on. Buck down low to Dance. Dance up top for Taylor. His shot misses wide. Picked up by Ryan Nolan. Nolan sends it up the floor. Now quick pass finds Rogers into the middle. McNulty can't get a shot off. Good check there from Taylor. Back up the floor is Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer posts up in the slot, spins off a check, creates some space for himself, and then looks for an outlet. Dance chucks the ball into the corner, sets a screen. Back through the seam it goes, shot saved. Both teams changing. McDonald bounces it across. St. John. There's a hard battle here between Cromer and McNulty. As Cromer lost his helmet, then got taken down to the floor hard and slammed his head right into the floor. Both teams have stayed within themselves as far as aggression is concerned the entire game, but the battle is getting pretty heated right now. As you can see, the two of them just got tangled up. And power plays have been enormous in today's game, but I believe this is going to end up being a 4-on-4. 8:07 left to go here in the overtime frame. And I'd try to take you through all the scoring, but I think it would take me longer than the 8 minutes remaining in overtime. As the referees, I believe, have this sorted. Take a look at the Oshawa bench, everybody on their feet. The Toronto bench looking a little more tired out of gas maybe at this point. As 2 minutes is up on the board. It looks like it's going to be a power play for the Outlaws, actually. That would explain the extended conversations between the Monarchs coaching staff and the referees. So power play for the Outlaws, 8:07 to go in the overtime frame. 19-19 the score. Here's Gilmore. Works it down low to St. John. St. John dishes to Gilmore. Back up top to work the ball on the opposite side of the floor. Simmons, the top of the house, Laskowitz. St. John into the middle, and Laskowitz just has to swat that one into the corner, picked up by Milligan. St. John to Milligan, winding, firing, that one handled by Harwood. Fresh shot clock for the Outlaws. Laskowitz looking for a lane. Hodgins cutting that one down. Gilmore, quick give and go. Milligan down low for St. John. Quick stick saved. St. John, though, right there on the rebound. Laskowitz. It's Gilmore now. To Milligan. Winding, firing, bounce shot goes up and out of play. Off a goalie, though. The Outlaws hold on to possession. 1:05 on the power play. St. John into the middle. Backhand pass, and up to the task right there is Ethan Harwood. Harwood launches it up the floor for Walker. Taylor holding, using his screen, shooting. That one missing wide. Bouncing ball goes up and out of play, and that will be Outlaws ball. And we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll return to the OT action momentarily. .46 seconds in the power play. 6:53 to go in the overtime frame. Tied up at 19s between the Toronto Monarchs and the Oshawa Outlaws. The Outlaws work the ball down low at St. John in the corner. Back to Gilmore. Sent up to the top of the house. Worked in behind for St. John. Circling it back up top. St. John driving, passing it through. Simmons can't get a shot off. Battle down low as the Monarchs come out with the ball. And then send it forward, Thompson. Shot clock has 2 seconds on the penalty kill, so I'm certain the Monarchs just going to slow things down here and let time expire. Pfeiffer, or pardon me, that's Follows. Spinning off a check a couple of times. He'll get a shot off and reset the clock. Back to even strength. May as well fire one. It's McDonald now. Passes it ahead to Gilray. He scored a couple of big goals late in this one. Gilray passes for Laskowitz. He circles the wagons, brings it up top. No shot available, so he sends it back down low for Gilray. Gilray, bounce shot, bounces off the end boards, up into the rafters, and it'll be Monarchs ball. Monarchs with pace up the floor. Heidecker drops it off. And play blown dead for a timeout called. Return with more OT action coming up. .5:37 to go in overtime, all tied up as the Toronto Monarchs kept the pressure on all game, tying this one up with 20 seconds to go. Now trying to close this one out in overtime. Taylor driving, and that's saved. Outlaws will bring the ball up the floor now. Simmons crosses center, evaluates, and sends it in for Milligan. Milligan dishes it, cuts across the floor. Rogers can't handle that pass. Goes up and out of play. 5 minutes to go now. A chance for Buck, but he couldn't corral the pass. It's another chance for the Monarchs. And the Outlaws. Farthing. Took a little too long to get out of his own zone, so that's a possession picked up for the Monarchs. Follows. Works it down to the half wall and steps in, creating some traffic as Buck fires it down low, spinning off the check. Follows and they score! What a comeback for the Toronto Monarchs. As Follows streaks in and follows up an incredible effort from his team to bring them back into this one and close it out in OT with 4:24 to play. That'll do it for us in this one. I'm Dan Malta. We've got another game coming up at 7 p.m. The Peterborough Timbermen and Whitby Steelhawks.